Shabbat Shalom, call Halal Yahweh Shemil Shad, by Shemil Kakadash, that were honors to the apostles and other bishops of great millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all of those that are pushing the word and truth and sincerity, the hopeful light tabernacle of David. I'm the brother/elder. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to you all. It's a WW3 Daily update. And started Revelation 6 and 14 and discuss these nukes. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Glenn Deason, 10 hours ago, Scott Ritter is talking about Trump, Medvedev, dangerous nuclear rhetoric. Supposed to be going nuclear in 8 days. How about that? Anybody heard that? Or, they keep saying 8 days, but they're leaving out, we're going nuclear in 8 days. Probably 7 now. Take it away, Scott and Glenn.
Hi everyone, and welcome back. We are joined again today by Scott Ritter, a former U.S. Marine, a Major, and a UN Weapons Inspector. So welcome back to the program.
Well, thanks for having me.
So Trump was expected to withdraw the U.S. from the Ukraine war and also improve bilateral ties with Russia. Indeed, it looked as if he was on the path to doing this, but not only now has Trump made this his own war, but bilateral relations are also seemingly going from bad to worse. And one of these things which you have picked up in an article is the language, which is the rhetoric, which is heating up. That is some strong words from Trump against Putin. Putin has really responded, but now we see the former Russian president Dmitry Medvedev and President Trump exchanging some not very subtle threats, which includes reference to nuclear weapons. Again, you wrote an article with the title Trump and Medvedev's Dangerous Exchange of Words. I was wondering if you can elaborate what words have been exchanged, and also what is the significance of this?
I'm not a diplomat. I'm a former Marine, and I'm not known for being much of a wordsmith, pretty direct speaker. But when I was with the United Nations, a very experienced Russian diplomat kept pressing on me the importance of words. He said, words matter. When you use a word, the language, the meaning, it's all important. And that seems to be reflective of all Russians, not just him. That when the Russians use words, they matter. The language matters. And I bring that up because this exchange that took place between Donald Trump and Dmitry Medvedev. Sometimes people, they have a tendency to say, it's just the internet. It's just social media posting. There's the term S posting. S being a bad word, so I won't use it. But so don't read too much into it. Except that one of the participants is a former Russian president, and words matter. President Trump posted on his Truth social media platform a post that was sort of critical of both Russia and India and mocking. Basically, I think Trump is coming face to face with the reality that the threats that he's put on against Russia are having zero impact. Even Lindsey Graham, who has been one of Trump's dominant advisors when it comes to how to put pressure on Russia, acknowledges that Russia is pretty much sanction proof. That Russia has made itself immune to the impact of U.S. sanctions. And the president has come to a similar conclusion. He said these may not work against Russia. But the idea was to do secondary sanctions against the people who bought Russian oil. Well, China's just not playing that game. India, has always been sort of sitting on the fence, but it doesn't appear that India is going to 100% buy in. There's some talk that India is looking at additional sources, but the Indians, aren't, giving the United States the result that they wanted, and so, President Trump has mocked the dead economies of both Russia and India, indicating that if they continue to operate in this fashion, that they won't have business with the United States, and the United States will conspire to kill their economies. And he then went on to caution Dmitry Medvedev, who has been critical of Trump's threats over the last couple of days, weeks, to say, you're entering very dangerous grounds. Well, what does that mean, dangerous grounds? I think here we get an insight into, how much the Russians follow Donald Trump and follow the United States and follow our policy formulations. We have a president who has openly embraced the concept of regime change, decapitation strikes through military action in Iran. He has talked about how, he could have targeted the Iranian president, the Iranian supreme leader. He praised early on the Israeli efforts to achieve this decapitation. And the Israelis, in designing their Iranian attack, made reference to, the Nasrallah effect, meaning their assassination of Hassan Nasrallah, the head of Hezbollah, combined with this pager attack against Hezbollah intermediate leadership.
He showed his hand. Trump showed his hand, and the Russians are like, "Oh, this fool is not playing. Now you're looking at us crazy."
Combined effect was to collapse Hezbollah's political sustainability and led to Hezbollah withdrawing from the conflict against Israel. Netanyahu, in talking about the Iranian action, made reference to the Nasrallah effect, saying that we're doing the same thing early on. Now, what does this have to do with the President of the United States? Well, looking at the reality, there's a couple things the American people need to come to grips with. One, that the notion that this president was seeking the bettering of relations with Russia is an absolute fallacy. The president has never been seeking better relations with Russia.
No, they're all looking to do the same thing and run up on Russia and act like your friends. And the jig is up. Let's see what he says.
Has been seeking relations defined by American supremacy over Russia.
There it is. And trying to be sneaky about it. And them Russians are like this. Look, fool. You know you tripping, right? So anyway, Joel 3 and 10. Beat your plowshares and the swords and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Okay? Remember the Soviet Union fell? America hasn't fallen yet. Let's see, the scriptures say what? Babylon is fallen, is fallen. Revelation 14 and 8. There followed another great angel saying, America has fainted. Babylon has fallen that great city because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Oh boy. Yeah, we're getting close there. So stay on your watch, stay prayed and all that. Right? We'll see you tomorrow. Shalom. Shabbat shalom.